Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking all about how to tell if she's crazy. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, which in return will help all of you guys out so I can produce awesome free content for all of you. So as I'm filming this video, I'm sitting at about 85,000 subscribers, and when I get to 100,000, I'm going to be doing a super awesome giveaway where you have to be subscribed to me on here and following me on Instagram. So if you haven't already, just go ahead and do it. It'll make your life a heck of a lot easier down the road. So before I start this video and go into how to tell a girl is crazy, I did want to preface just by saying a lot of times when you hear the term crazy, it's just another way to say that a girl has some issues that she needs to work on. She has some trauma. She has just some things that she really needs to fix and heal about herself. So by no means am I saying this girl is not dateable at all, but I think she has to have some sort of willingness to heal herself, to work on herself, and to realize that she has some things she needs to work on, because all of these are absolutely outlandish behaviors that should not be happening in your relationship at all. So the important thing to note is if she's actively working on these things, if she's putting in the time and the effort and energy to heal herself and to be just a better person in general, I think that is okay. And sometimes you just need someone kind of doing it along with you. But you cannot fix a girl. She has to want to do that herself. So if she's not doing that or not putting in any effort and has no interest in that, I think that is where you need to draw the line. Also remember that it's not your place to fix someone. They have to want to do that themselves. So you can't control what someone does. You can't fix somebody. You can't be a knight in shining armor and come in and save somebody. They have to save themselves. And at the end of the day, if they don't want that, you're never going to get to the point where you want to be. So just keep that in mind. So number one on my list of how to tell she's crazy is she's always playing the victim. So this is an issue because this is going to be someone that is constantly pointing fingers at everyone else for why things aren't working out. She can never take accountability for her actions. She's always finding someone else to blame for something. And this is the girl that talks badly about all of her exes. She had absolutely no fault in the relationship and it was all her ex's fault. Or she talks bad about her friends and all of this kind of stuff. It's just always a negative viewpoint kind of on everybody else. It's also kind of just having this kind of the world is out to get me mindset. Think of someone in your life that you know like this and how just miserable it is to be around someone like this. Not just for the sense of all the negativity that comes along with it, but the fact that if you find yourself in any sort of conflict with this person, they are constantly gaslighting you, constantly telling you all the things you did wrong, but are unable to own up to the things that they're doing wrong. Guys, at the end of the day, nobody is perfect, and at some point in your life, you will make a mistake. You really have to be able to own up to things that you do wrong so that you can grow from them and learn from them. At the end of the day, that's the way we grow, is through experiences, and a person like this doesn't grow because they are deflecting everything that they're doing so that they don't have to look at the issues that they have. People like this constantly deflect and deny things because they don't want to face the reality that they need to work on themselves and they have things that they need to fix. Being in a relationship with someone like this is just absolutely toxic. I've been there before and I would never put myself in that situation again. So keep this in mind. And this list definitely goes both ways. So if you're a guy watching this and you notice you do any of these things, you have some things you need to work on, and that's okay. We all have room to grow. We all have room to improve. That's the only way we get better. Number two, we have excessive jealousy. So some people say that a little bit of jealousy in a relationship is normal and healthy, but honestly, I don't think that I would want to be with someone that has any sort of jealous tendencies or excessive jealousy, especially because if I'm in a happy, healthy relationship, there should be no need for that. So something to consider. Does she get mad if you're friendly to the server? Does she get mad if you're telling a story and there's another female in it and she automatically freaks out and jumps all over your case about it? Does she get mad if you say you're gonna go hang out with your friends this weekend instead of hang out with her? If that's the case, you might be in a very toxic relationship where this girl is getting to the level of jealousy where she's trying to control you, and that's never good. It's gonna feel like you constantly have to walk on eggshells around this person because they get mad at legitimately anything that involves another female, about anything that involves something besides them, and it's gonna be toxic. The reason that this is so unattractive and just screams crazy is because it's a surefire sign that this girl has a ton of insecurity, and there is nothing more attractive than someone who lets their insecurities run their entire life, and they make it a problem for you instead of just a problem for them. So you should be with someone that brings you peace and not someone that's bringing constant chaos all the time. And someone that has excessive jealousy and that's super controlling is going to bring a ton of chaos. People who are secure, happy, healthy, confident don't get jealous to this level or really at all. I can't even think of the last time I was jealous about anything. So keep this in mind. I know some people say a little bit of jealousy is okay, and that's totally up to you and what your boundaries are. But I think excessive jealousy is a huge turnoff. It's a surefire sign that this person is crazy. Number 3, we have she's moving too fast. So some relationships just progress faster than others, and I think that's totally okay, but there should still be some sense of independence. If she's canceling her plans with other people to hang out with you, if she wants to be with you 24/7, you might be dealing with a stage 5 clinger. And while that seems okay maybe in the beginning, when you're in that honeymoon stage, when things are very fresh, very fun and new, it becomes a problem later on because it's a sign of neediness. And while it's nice to spend quality time with someone, we all like to be around the person that we like or we love, but there is a beauty in being alone, and I think that's where a lot of personal growth and self-actualization happens. So if you're dealing with someone that constantly wants to be with you 24/7, this could be a huge issue. If she's getting attached to you way too quickly, if she wants to hang out with you 24/7, like I said before, if she tells you she loves you on the second date, the biggest takeaway from this one I think is definitely the neediness and the clinginess. Someone who is a healthy, mature adult doesn't feel the need to constantly get validation or be around someone 24/7. So along with this neediness and clinginess come a lot of really crazy habits, and I think that's why I included this one mainly on this list, is because of the things that come along with those two character traits. This could be the girl that's constantly blowing up your phone. If you don't answer, she calls you 10 times and freaks out, sends you all these paragraphs, and just is bombarding you with texts and phone calls until she gets a hold of you. This is a huge red flag and a sign that there's got to be some screws loose somewhere. Number 4, we have she's a liar. So this is a big one because it's really hard to date someone that is a pathological liar, or really just someone that lies at all in general. Dating a liar is one of the worst situations you can put yourself in because it makes you question, if they're gonna lie about this, what else are they gonna lie about? So even if they lied about something really small, it makes you question if they're trustworthy. So people who are liars will often lie about the little things, and they often use it as a kind of manipulation tactic. So she could be lying about things that she's interested in to get you to like her more. She could be lying about who she is as a person just to kind of win you over. And ultimately, the true colors always come out in the long run. So if you're noticing things not adding up in the beginning, it's better to just get out while you can, because often this person is not really who they say they are. So lying is either a way to manipulate someone or to avoid the consequences of something that you did. And honestly, either one of those is just a no-go from me and should be for you too. So it's really hard to date someone that's a liar because it makes you question every single thing that they do, and someone that you're going to have a happy, secure, healthy relationship with is not going to feel the need to lie to you. Number 5 is snooping. So this is the girl that looks through your phone while you're in the shower, that goes through your phone while you're sleeping. I have seen some of the craziest things that girls are doing on TikTok to their boyfriend's phone to get information that they shouldn't even have. Having boundaries is super important, and honestly, if someone feels the need to snoop through all of your stuff because they don't trust you, they just shouldn't be with you. So I think this is a huge red flag. This is a big one. Any girl that does this is crazy. So every relationship is different, and I know some of you have different boundaries than others. Maybe this is something that you guys are both okay with and that's your thing, but I think the main problem is when she's doing it and you're not aware of it. I think it's a problem regardless, but like I said, that's totally up to you what your boundaries are. It's just intrusive, it's controlling, and it's just crossing a line. And honestly, I think if you see the girl you're talking to or the person that you're with doing this, you should call them out for it, because I think a lot of times they just get away with it, and that's why they keep doing it over and over. I was actually listening to an episode of Call Her Daddy where Alex was talking about how she went through her boyfriend's dresser drawer and found some old photos of him and an ex or something, and she confronted him and asked why he still had them, and she said she felt so stupid when she brought it up because he was just kind of like, that's really weird that you went through my stuff. Because it is. So like I said, this one is just intrusive, it's controlling, it's a horrible thing to do, and if you feel the need to snoop through someone's stuff, you shouldn't be with them. Number 6, we have female friends. So I think there are 2 big points to touch on in this one, which are she doesn't let you have female friends and she doesn't have any female friends. If she doesn't let you have any female friends, I think there are some important distinctions to make here. If you have slept with a girl or been in a relationship with a girl, I can understand maybe why this girl would be a little bit uncomfortable with you being friends with that person, because you've had some sort of intimate, emotional or physical connection with them, and that is totally an exception. I think that's okay for her to be upset about. But if this is a girl that you had a strictly platonic friendship with, that maybe you've known since high school, or that works with you, and your relationship is very innocent and, like I said, platonic, she should not be getting upset with you for doing nothing. You're allowed to have friends of the opposite sex, and I already know some of you guys are going to comment and say that a girl should not have any guy friends, and that's maybe something that you need to work on too, because I don't think there's anything wrong with having friends of the opposite sex as long as you don't cross that line. And then the second part to this is the she doesn't have any female friends thing. I'm sorry, but any girl that doesn't have a single female friend, that is a red flag. That is alarming. That is just a sign that she's crazy, I promise you. And I'm not saying that she needs to be friends with a whole city or have 20 friends. I'm giving her one friend. If she does not have one female friend, there is a problem. She should have at least one, whether it be a cousin, her sister, someone outside of her family, just one friend. If she doesn't have one, that's a huge issue. I just think it's really telling of someone's character when they don't have a single friend of the same sex as them. And just to reiterate there, I don't think she needs to have a million friends or be a social butterfly, but she should have at least one girlfriend. If every single girl she's ever been friends with hates her, if she plays the victim with all of them, she says all of them are crazy, you have to think about the fact that she is the common denominator in all of it. You have to wonder what really went wrong in the relationship and if she's being honest about that. Alright guys, that is all I have for today for how to tell she's crazy. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for when I release new content. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there, and don't forget to be entered into my 100K subscriber giveaway that I'm going to be announcing soon. You have to be following me on there anyway, so you might as well just go ahead and do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.